So this room has a ton of firewood, but it's all sitting on the earth floor, so it needs to come up and just dry out. It won't take long to dry it out, so I'm going to clear it all up, raise it all up, and dry it all out, so we can use it this winter for firewood. So there I was, digging away, finding beautiful compostable material, all this brown material here, wood, and I dug a little bit and there's a great big bloody hole. I guess that must be the drainage going under. We are so going to need a French drain at the back of the house here. Made it in time for the rain. Welcome back, girl.
I was so bummed while I was gone because the water guy came out with a divination rod and I missed the whole thing. So Bloke is gonna actually reenact it for me so I get to see what happened. But we find out where all the water is on the property. Let's take a look.
This is kind of what it looked like. Kind of just a funky old bit of, it had more twists and turns in his one, like gnarly, like an old crones.
And when you asked him, because you asked him if he was a sorcerer, or which is the name comes from, to find sources of water.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
No. He said he wasn't a wizard. It was just, he said it's not like, you know, definitive. It's like the pipe could be anywhere in this much of a space, but it's definitely there. And I was like, wow, with that, cool, man. Yeah, it just went along, went boom. It just all of a sudden turned real quick.
We have a mystery on our hands. We actually have two here on the farm. The mystery of the 3 holes inside the house that have randomly appeared. And we have a mystery to solve with the water pipe. Let's go take a look.
So we got one here, just appeared overnight. And then there's another one that was here that I've covered that one up and stuck this in here. So whatever it was can't come in. Don't know what it is.
So the second mystery is the case of the water line. So when we bought this house, we agreed to water access. We knew the water meter was here on our property, and we had no problem with that. However, between the time we made an offer and the time we actually closed, someone dug a water line, and we don't know who. So the water company came out and sprayed all the lines so we know where our water lines are, and they had no idea that a water line had been installed here. And we want to give a special shout out to one of our viewers who so astutely pointed out that there was no netting above the sand, which apparently must be regulation here in France. So we're very grateful for that viewer. And now what we have realized is that there was no permission given to do this line. So we are trying to gather some information about who installed the water line. We know why, because it connects to the neighbors. Who gave permission, who actually did it, and what to do from there, because we're a little concerned about maybe liability or if something happens and the water lines on our property. So we're just, it's just a mystery, and we're gonna figure it out.
Look at the apple bushes. Get your house ready.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
The voice. You didn't hear that?
No.
Wow, that was weird.
Look at the driveway. Get your house ready. Get your house ready.
There he is again. He's in my head. John.
My brother-in-law?
Yeah, he's like, he's stuck in my head, like saying the same over again.
John, my brother-in-law in the United States.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in your head.
It keeps saying, focus on the house. Stop doing the fence. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Focus on the house.
Why is he saying this?
I don't know, but he's got a point.
Because we have no place to live?
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess it's a good thing to have. He's a good fellow to have stuck in my head right now.
He's a great fellow because he has a ton of construction experience.
Yeah.
So maybe we should consult him about our next moves.
What? We don't need to. He's in my head.
Rent free.
Rent free. We hear you, John. We hear you, man.
We are so grateful to have my brother-in-law, John, interested in our project because we need his help. He has over 30 years experience in the construction industry. I have absolutely zero experience in the construction industry. My business is the exact opposite of construction, which you'll find out in another episode what I've done for a living. Mr. Bloke was in flooring for 20 plus years, so he has some idea about floors and installing floors, but we need a lot of help on this huge undertaking we've taken. So we're truly grateful for anyone that's done YouTube videos because we're watching them and we're learning from you guys. So thanks so much. And that's about that.
So I think the main issue, the first issue we'd have to tackle is this drainage issue. Gutters are going to help big time because we're going to get a lot of that water away and store it for the garden in containers. We have a lot, I don't think it's so much that this draining off the field, it's the fact that we have manure here that's holding it like a pond, you know. So we've got to scoop all this out, and then we need like a French drain going all the way down here, and I'm thinking the best way to get it out is through the workshop because there's a culvert down there. I don't think we can go this way because we've got a high field and it goes up there, and we'd have to go a long way to drain it out. And on this side we have the water lines, and also it's raised up again over there. So, you know, we can either, it looks like three choices to go left, right, or down the middle.
If it were up to Mr. Bloke, he would happily live here on the property in a tent and be working every day. But he has me and the 5 cats to worry about, and my requirements are that I am warm, safe, dry, and clean. So this is going to be our temporary living space, and currently it is none of those things. So our idea is to transform this area into a little studio apartment while we finish the remodel. Currently, we are renting a gîte. Ideally, we wanted to be in here December 1st, which is a big joke because we realized quickly that was not happening. Luckily, we're able to extend our rental a little bit and hopefully do December, January, and hopefully February and be in here by March 1st. The plan is to build a concrete wall with a door and a window. And originally, we wanted to turn this into concrete floors. However, we had a lot of trouble with the deliveries coming up in the first place because they were sinking in the mud, so they dropped everything down at the bottom, and they said there's no way they could get a cement truck up here unless they ran tubes and pumped, which adds a lot more money to the cost. So we have all the rebar to do concrete, but we actually might use that for the floors inside when we can figure out a better system to get concrete up here. So now we're thinking of taking the wood from the attic upstairs and turning this into wood floors, because ultimately this is going to be Bloke's workshop and for us just a temporary living space. So a lot of decisions up in the air, but we hear you, Uncle John. We need to get moving on this project because we need somewhere to live. So we have time and not a lot of money, so we thought with our time we would spend time getting out this manure. We're realizing it's a way bigger project than we thought. We've gotten, about a quarter of it done. So we looked into renting a digger. We cannot drive one because we don't have the right permit. So now our next step is to see about hiring someone to come in and help us dig this muck out, as well as help Bloke with the whole drainage issue. So we're trying to decide between, do we do that now or do that as we need to do a septic, and a cost-benefit analysis on that. So a lot of things are up in the air right now, and in the meantime, we want to stay active, we want to stay busy, we want to keep seeing slow progress forward. So we scoop poop, we trim trees, we put up a fence, things that we can do while we're trying to figure out how to proceed with this project.